When it comes to the testing methodologies, we do have three types of methodologies. Means we do have other types of methodologies also. It is not so popular. So we do have something like red and yellow also, which is not so popular. Then what do you mean by white box testing? Or the same thing will be called as glass box testing. So these are the different synonyms of the white box testing. And we do have black box testing and we do have gray box testing. So when it comes to the white box testing, now for an example, there is a Gmail application is there. So when we have a Gmail application, so we have to develop that particular application, we have written our code, right? So the tester who have the knowledge on internal structure of the code and test that particular application is called white box testing. Means who will have the internal knowledge on the code?
Developer.
Have the knowledge. So then white box testing can be performed by the developer. So if someone asks you what is a white box testing means, the terminologies are very important. White box testing is nothing but testing the internal coding structure. And who have the knowledge on internal coding structure, they only can test it on the internal code structure, right? Testing that one is called white box testing. But whereas the black box testing, we will not have the knowledge on internal coding structure, just we will have the knowledge on the requirements and then we will test that application, then it is called black box testing. See, now something is so black. What it was inside means, for an example, there is a jar. Okay, you will keep all your salt and pepper and everything. If it is a transparent and white, means in a white color, we can see what is that, and then we can know that, oh, this is salt or this is pepper, I can put it. But if it is a completely sealed with a black or some other colors, so we don't know what it means, what it is inside. Just we will try to put, means if it's it is one hole, then we'll think it is a salt. If it is a 3 holes, then it is a pepper. So that's how we will decide. So now testing any particular application without understanding the internal structure of that particular code, then that is called as black box testing. So I don't know what is internally, but I'll test it. For an example, I've given you the Gmail application to test it. So then you will just navigate to the URL and then you will enter the username, you will enter the password, and then you will try to test that particular application. So then when you perform this category of the application, then this is called black box testing. Understood? So white box testing is understanding the internal coding structure and then performing the testing on that one with the help of the requirements. Then this is called white box testing. Black box testing is without having the internal coding knowledge, just based upon the requirements. If I tested that particular application, then this is called black box testing. And gray box testing. Gray box testing is nothing but combination of white box and then black box. Means the tester who have the knowledge on the internal coding structure, and then even he will test it from the external, means of understanding these particular requirements, and he will test it from the outside the layer. Then this is called the gray box testers. The gray box testers are the combination of the white box testers and the black box testers.
Black box.
So that is how you need to define it. So you should know this is the basic terminologies. So if someone asks you what are the methodologies you know, then you need to say that I know white box, black box, and gray box. We do have other boxes also, but it is not really popular. So what do you mean by white box? It's a transparent testing, black box testing, or white box testing. So who have the internal coding structure knowledge and testing that particular application is called the white box testers. And the black box tester is they don't have the internal coding structure knowledge, and based upon the functionality and the requirements, they will test that particular application. Then that is called as a black box testing. And the gray box testing is nothing but it's a combination of white box and the black box testing, so that we can use this particular resource for the both. So in market now, these guys are called as SDLCs. So there is a role called SDLC. So that is what these gray box testers will be doing it. So now white box testing will be done by who will have the internal coding knowledge? Which code?
Developers.
Developers. And black box testing. Who will be doing the black box testing? testers, which is called QAs, means the quality analyst, not the assurance team, quality analyst.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what are testing methodologies.